Petty Officer Shane.
Can he say it?
Can you say it?
Mr. Patton, please.
Come on.
Been around the world twice. Talked to everyone once. There ain't nothing I can't do. No sky too high, no sea too rough. Learned a lot of lessons in my life. Never shoot a large caliber man with a small caliber bullet. Anything in life worth doing is worth overdoing. Moderation's for cowards. I'm a lover. I'm a fighter. I'm a UDT Navy SEAL diver.
One of the emotions I felt while watching the film is, first of all, just the hopelessness of the situation, how horrific it was, and also just all that loss of life of these brave American men. And I was torn about the message of the film in the same way that I think I am about the war in Afghanistan itself. I don't want any more senseless American death, and at the same time, I know that there are bad people there and good people who need help. Was that intentional?
Well, I don't know what part of the film you were watching, but hopelessness never really came into it. I mean, where did you see that? Because there was never at a point where we were just felt like we were hopelessly lost or anything like that. We never gave up or never felt like that we were losing until we were actually dead. I mean, that never came across in the battle and while we were fighting on the mountain, and it was just us against them.
Forget hopelessness, just the sense of all these wonderful people who died. It seemed senseless. I don't mean to disrespect in any way, but it seemed senseless, all these wonderful people who were killed for an op that went wrong.
We spend our whole lives trained to defend this country, and then we were sent over there by this country. So you're telling me that because we were over there doing what we were told by our country that it was senseless and they died for nothing?
No, I'm not saying that at all.
That's what you said. So let me just say that, yeah, it went bad for us over there, but that was our job. That's what we did. We didn't complain about it. We went out there and did what we did best, and at the end of it, we weren't standing. They were. We were lucky. No, excuse me, I was lucky. And the rest of the guys, we fought as hard as we possibly could and never felt sorry for ourselves while we were out there. This was the job. We were going after a high-value target, and it just got switched on us.
Maybe it's just the difference between what a civilian feels when he watches this versus what a soldier does.
Absolutely.
I mean,
I completely agree. You know, but I don't think his opinion is never going to change. That's his job. You know, he feels.
Oh, I respect it.
Oh, I understand. I understand. You know, the more time I spend with Marcus, the more I really start to understand who they are and what they do for us, and it's pretty amazing.
Have fun.
I always thought the SEALs were, the finest unconventional warriors the United States of America has. So I just wanted to be part of them.
The small, quiet brotherhood of SWCC really appealed to me.
I mean, I knew it was going to be hard, but it's just like a whole nother level.
Was that you don't want to be the good man who does nothing. So my parents had always had this philosophy of service, and that service is important. My SEAL training class started with 246 guys. We graduated 26 originals. The barrier for entry to becoming Navy SEAL is going through the gauntlet that they call BUDS, Basic Underwater Demolition SEAL Training. It's generally considered the hardest military training in the world. They break you down and they beat you down, and they see when things are really, really cold, when they're really, really shitty, when you want to quit, who's going to ring the bell and who's not going to. For me, there was really only one moment where I wanted to quit throughout SEAL training. One of the instructors was really testing my mettle. I got really hypothermic really quick. The wind was blowing and my body temperature just plummeted, and I passed out. So they rewarmed me, and they put me in this tub and they rewarmed me, and they handed me some dry clothes. It was the first time I'd been dry in 3 days, and they said, like, here's your clothes, like, go put them on in the ocean. And for the life of me, I just didn't want to be cold, wet, and sandy anymore. So there was that momentary hesitation, and then you push through it. You push through your own pain, you push through your own discomfort in order to accomplish the mission, and that's what they're looking for.
Initially, upon attempting this program, my thought process was to meet my goals and be challenged, what it's turned into is a brotherhood. The brotherhood and the solidarity between operators at the SEAL team is something I don't know you can experience anywhere else. And that is what gets us through challenging situations. It's what gets us through the rigors of warfare, and it's what gets us through the difficulties of training and preparing for war. My name is Justin Gabriel. I'm a Navy SEAL.
Till we terminate the compromise.
We cannot do that.
I don't care. I care about you. I care about you. I care about you.
Not
Besides that, the one lesson that I've learned and that runs, is predominant in the SEAL teams is our never quit attitude. It's not that we're better than everybody else. You know what I mean? It's just you have to basically kill us before we stop getting up and coming after you. That's the way it is. We have a saying in the SEAL teams, we're not really that good, everybody else just sucks. But I'm not going to say that, because that's not the truth. But, it's just one of those factors. It's just like nothing should be able to stop you from doing anything. My whole life growing up as a kid, everyone always told me that I could never, they were like, you'll never be a Navy SEAL. Until I graduate, it's like, you won't make it. You won't ever make it. And the one thing I think about most is like, nobody knows me. Nobody knows you. They don't know anything about you. They see the outside, what they see with their eyes or anything, but on the inside it's totally different. No one can stop you from doing anything, ever, if you're committed to yourself. I got people coming up to me sometimes and just like, you know what, I could never do this, or I couldn't do that, and I just want to, because if you come out of the gate telling yourself that you can't do something, then you're already done. All right, you ain't got to worry about that. There's going to be plenty of people around everywhere telling you can't do something. I don't care how old you are or what your gender is or whatever it is. It doesn't matter. If you tell yourself you can do anything, and no matter how many times you get hit and no matter how many times you go down, even if you're shaken up, you shake it off, you get back up, and you come at it with everything you got, eventually you're going to pass it. Or you're going to be dead. And if you're dead, what's the big deal anyways, right? So that was the one lesson that I learned really well in my career, was the fact that no matter how hard I got hit, just as long as I kept getting back up and going at it, that eventually I would pass what was thrown at me.
Warm horse auctions, I think the 27th. That means if I cut down the trees behind the stable, I get a discount for your horse.
Do they sell Arabic horses?
First of all, it's not an Arabic horse, okay? It's an Arabian horse.
Arabic.
You're from New York, okay?
How much is an Arabic horse?
It's an Arabian horse, dude.
How much is an Arabian horse?
No less than 15 grand.
15 grand?
It's a hell of a wedding present. Is that redhead a bridesmaid?
Melissa?
The redhead, dude. The one with freckles on the nose. A cute one from the Coldplay concert.
That's Melissa.
Well, is she coming?
She's a bridesmaid.
Yeah. Is she coming?
She's a bridesmaid. Yes.
Well, did she ask about me?
No.